Okay, hello, welcome back to Stochastic Processes class. My name is Sunday Duafem Godogbe, and today we'll be checking the T-step transition probabilities. But before we delve into this concept properly, let's try to do a quick recap. So first, the transition matrix. Our transition matrix, which is given as P. So we define our transition matrix P, which is the element of our P subscript ij, and then we have our small p subscript j. That is the probability of moving to the next state j, given that our current state is I. That the probability of going to the next state, which is j, given that our current state is I. And this is your transition matrix. This transition matrix, and this is your transition probabilities, which are the components of your transition matrix. But you will see that this is from 0 to 1. This is 0, then this is 1. So we call this over step 1. That is, if today is sunny, the probability that tomorrow, what is the probability, what will be the weather condition of tomorrow? Today is 0, then tomorrow is 1. But there's a question we want to ask ourselves, and that is why we want to share the T-steps transition probabilities. Is that if today is I, but we are not concerned about what happens tomorrow. Assume that today is Monday and tomorrow is Tuesday, but we are not concerned about that, the weather of tomorrow. What we are concerned is the weather of Wednesday. Okay, let's say the weather of Tuesday is equals to J. Tuesday. Do you know that we have already jumped a step? This is 0, this is 2. We have already jumped one step. So this probability is the probability of what will be the weather for Tuesday, given that today's weather, Monday weather is I. So okay, sorry, this is Wednesday. I mean Wednesday for here. Actually, if today is Monday, what will be the probability of the weather conditions of Wednesday? Assume if today is sunny, then we are not concerned about tomorrow's weather, which is Tuesday, and want to forecast Wednesday weather without Tuesday weather. So we call this over step 2. Over step 2. Why? Because we move from 0 to 2. We move from 0 to 2. That is the probability of making a transition from state I to state J over 2 steps. Why this one is the probability of making a transition from state I to state J over 1 step, because we move from 0 to 1. Current state is 0, future state is 1. But here current state is 0, future state is what? Is 2. Then we can also have it as the transition matrix of moving to state N from state, okay, as we move from state N plus 1, given that our state N equals to I. So this over n, or this over n step, over n step. So let's take it one after the other. So we know that we don't have issue over step 1. We already know that over step 1, you have your transition matrix, the transition probability will be x1, given that your x0, your current state, is I. But now let's check over step 2. And the transition matrix is monitor P, moving from state I, our current state I, to state 2. To the over step 2, given that your x0 equals to I. Okay, so let's try to see what this will give us. So we are going to prove this using partition theorem. Using partition theorem. Okay. So what we want to check is the probability of making a transition from state I to state J over 2 steps. Do you get that notation now? Probability of making a transition from state I to state J over 2 steps. Don't forget your state I is 0. Then your state I, the current state, is 0. And then the probability, the transition we want to make is to state 2. Over state 2 rather. Over step 2. Over step 2. Is that taken? So this, we can write this as probability of I to state 2 over step 2. Then we'll partition this by including state 1, and let's take that to be K. Then since we are partitioning, then you also have it outside here. Probability of making transition from state I to state K over 1 step. We partition this, we split this into 2. So for that, then you are going to include a summation sign. Then the new component we introduce is K. Then we have K equals to, so that will be K equals to 1. K equals to 1. So we can continue from here. So then here we can now bring in our state I. We can now bring our state I, which that is our current state. K equals to 1. Then P, we have x2 equals to J, given that x1 equals to K. Then our I, which is S0 equals to I. The same thing applicable to this P. And our x1 equals to K, given that your x0 equals to what? Equals to I. So according to Markov property, this statement is saying that we are trying to check the probability of making a transition from state I to state J, given that K. So according to Markov property, it said that it all matters where you are, not where you have been. So we are not concerned about the previous state. We are only concerned about the current state to be able to predict the next state. So according to Markov property, this will be cancelled out. So we have K equals to 1, and probability of x2 equals to J, given that x1 equals to K, while your previous state is cancelled out according to Markov property. So you can check our lesson on Markov property in the playlist property. So with this now, we can write this our notation, that is the probability of moving from K to J. K to J. Don't forget K is your current, J your future. Then this also probability of moving from I to K. I to K. So let's rearrange this by writing this first. We have probability Ik, probability of Kj. So here we just rearrange. Then according to matrix multiplication we did in our previous lesson, you can go back to that. This is equals to P square, is the same thing as P square index Ij. So that means that the probability of making a transition over step 2, given that your current state is I, is equals to P square Ij. So let's also check for over step 3. That is the probability. Let me change my pen. Probability of moving to step 3, given that your current state is I. See, this is 0 to 3, this over step 3. Over step 3. So we can write this as probability of making a transition from state I to state J over step 3. Then we write this, we have, let's partition this now using partition theorem. X3J, then I introduce X2, and that will be K. Since we partition, we have to write it out. Pi, then X2, the time we introduce K. Using partition theorem. So then we have to include our summation. K equals to 1 to n, and the case may be. So now let's bring in our state I, and now we have summation K1 Px3 J X2K and X0. Don't forget your I is S0 I. Then also bringing in here we have X2K, given that X0, given that X0, sorry, given that X0 equals to I. So if we check our previous proved, we have already finalized that the probability of making a transition from state I to state 2 and from state I over step 2 is given as P square Ij. So we just substitute this here. That is, we have summation K equals to 1 P of X3 to J, given that X2 equals to K, X0 equals to I. Then we have P square subscript Ij. Alright, also according to Markov property, you see does no matter, it all matters where you are, does no matter where you have been. So that means that we only need our current state to predict our future state, then our previous state is neglected. So that means we are going to have summation K equals to 1 Then the probability of x3 to j, only given that x3 equals to k. Then we have p squared subscript ij. Here we make use of Markov property. So then also we can write this k equals to 1, that's probability of from k to j. Oh sorry, this is ik, then probability square of ik. Then you can also write this as probability of k equals to 1. Rearranged, we have p squared ik, then p subscript kg. So according to matrix multiplication, then we can conclude that this will give us p3 subscript ig. That means that the probability of making a transition from state I to state j over 3 steps equals to this. So over 3 steps, we have this power 3. Then over 2 steps, we have raised to power 2. And then we can make a conclusion that the probability of making a transition from state I to state j over t step will be given as probability of t. That is of making step j in that our x0 equals to I. Is that taken? So let's state a theorem here before we end the class. There's a theorem in change my pen. Theorem. Let x0, x1, x2 ... be a Markov chain with n by n matrix. Another one is square matrix, n by n transition matrix. A matrix P, and then the t-step transition probabilities. T-step transition probabilities are given by the matrix PT. That is PT equals to probability moving to state j over state 1, given that state not orange state equals to I. Also write that PT the bracket subscript ij. So take note of this transition. We will use it in our next lesson. By the time we'll be checking example related to this over t steps. Alright, thank you for watching. My name is Sunday. See you in the next class.